Okay, back with another Mega Mondays. This time we're going to do Mega Man 6. This will conclude the Nintendo version of the games. This is going to be broke down into 3 parts. The first part is going to be the 8 Robot Masters. The second part is going to be Mr. X's castle. And the third is going to be Dr. Wily's castle. As you can see, first annual robot tournament was held. There's a little story on this one too. And those are the Robot Masters that you'll fight. Mr. X, the sponsor of the tournament, took control of the robots and began to take over the world. Mega Man, Mr. XY. It's time to tell you the truth. I have been manipulating that fool Dr. Wily from the beginning. If you can't tell, that's Dr. Wily. But now I no longer need Dr. Wily's help. Come and face me, Mega Man. We'll stop you. Follow me, Rush. Difference on this game, Rush is a Rush adapter on here. You still use him as, I think, a jetpack and a power punch. We're going to take on Nightman first. I can kill all 8 of them with my Mega Blaster, but we'll do it. We'll do it with the weapons, just so. And also, this is one of my favorite ones to go through first. You still have your Mega Buster. You still have the slide. Those are still intact. This one is well, in my opinion, it's a little bit easier than the other ones. Watch me bite the dust here in a minute. For running off at the mouth, that normally happens. You end up eating your words. We'll have to come back to a couple of these stages because, as you can see, there's 4 blocks right there. Those are for beat. And there's a couple of stages where there's a real boss and a fake boss. And you have to find the real boss to kill him to get the letter that you need. And this is one of them. But we can't get up there right yet because we don't have, I think we have to have the jetpack and we don't have it. Well, we won't have it right now. So I said I could take it a different way on the Robot Masters, but this is the way I like to go because I think it makes it just a tad bit easier. There's Eddie. Okay. Gave me a battery. That's the only thing I didn't need. I would have rather had an E-Tank or some life. These guys right here, if you can shoot them fast enough, they won't like explode. See, I can't get that E-Tank yet. I get the adapter, I can have it. As you can see, the stages are not too bad. This part right here can get a little bad because of how you jump off of these stupid things. You know, I feel like a pinball machine. See, right there we would go down if we had the Rush power adapter. Of course we don't have that, so we gotta go this way. We'll come back and get that though. And you're at Nightman. This guy's not too bad. Just make sure he didn't really trap you. I thought maybe I could hit him while he was down there. You can't hit him when the shield's up, so you have to try again to throw that mace out and hit you. He's pretty simple. There's not much here. Well, I think he's pretty simple, but, you know. There might be somebody who doesn't think he's simple. And in that case, that's why I tell everybody to do what you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable enough to fight him right off the bat, then fight him off the bat. If you're comfortable with somebody else fighting him right off the bat, fight them. There's no right or wrong way to do it, as I've told you on all the other ones. I was going to take a little cheap shot on the back. Didn't quite happen. Now the next stage we'll have to do the same thing. We'll have to come back because I think there's another beat part in it. On this one, you're going to get the Night. The Night C. I'm not sure what C is. I guess Night Chain. I'm not real sure. I never really paid attention. Stage select. You can go after Centaur Man next. He's one of these that he's hard to jump over if you have to try to jump over him. A little bit difficult. This stage can be difficult if you don't approach it with some caution. It also helps if you know where most of the things are. Just do not get bombarded with weapons and things and get hit. Now remember, when you're in water, your jumping is different, so you have to compensate for that. Hate jumping in the water. Oh, crud! That's why I don't like jumping in the water. I think I'm going to make a save state whenever I get there again. Usually the jumping in the water is not too bad. And also, it wouldn't be so bad if when you die, they send you usually back to like a little further back than I would care to go myself. Thankfully, though, this game is not... Overall, this is one of the easier ones. In my opinion, it's one of the easier ones to beat. So it's not like it's a really, really bad thing or anything. Let's see if we can scoot through here. There's one up, but I'm not going down into the... I'm not hitting the thing to get that one up. I don't need it that bad. I'm sure I'll come up on some more. You can shoot through the walls right here to shoot them guys down. And here's where it gets a little bad, because this is a... when you jump in the water, you go higher. So you have to kind of work the trajectory so that you can go higher on the screen. To take these guys out, well-placed charge shot, take them out. Didn't need this, but got it anyway. Take it where we can get it. That time he gives me life. I didn't need life this time. I would have liked to have an extra life, or preferably, like I said, an E-tank from last time. And up the ladder. Best thing to do is jump, let these things fall out, and then grab the ladder and going up. So, these guys right here, you can shoot down these along with the ice blocks. I don't know why he was that difficult to kill. I'm not real sure. He's usually not that bad. Now see, now if you have the jet, you can fly over there, and that's where the true boss is. And then the fake boss is right here. So, like I said, we'll have to come back. You're going to pull out the Night C to use against this guy, and he can freeze you in place. And also, he's very hard to jump over, so you really have got to be really careful when you try to hit him like this. Oh gosh, he's brutally trying to run me over. Okay. Well, it went a little bit better than it could have. At least it didn't get too messed up. Now you'll get the Centaur Flash. Again, we haven't gotten a rush adapter yet. That's coming up a little bit later. Centaur Flash. It does that. It's useful against Windman, which is where we're going next. This stage can be a little hectic with these pandas in here. There's the extra life I was wanting. Now if we can get some E-Tanks. If we can get some E-Tanks, we will be in good shape. See, if you had the power adapter, you could bust right through that wall and get that one. There's not a beat part in here, so you don't have to worry about that. However, you do have to worry about these sections a little bit with these fans and these other things. Those can be a big, huge pain in the butt. We're going to just try to jump over this one right here. Oh, gosh. These things are a tad erratic. Can't climb up there and get that. We'll have to make a save state somewhere up in here. If I had the jetpack, I could go up and, well, I can still get those. See, he'll try to speed. We'll get one of the rush adapters in the next stage that we go in. These guys are a pain. I don't even try to fight them half of the time because they do too much damage if they connect. Here's where it can get a little bit bad. Ow. Ow. Bullet to the face. You should be able to beat Windman without full health with the Centaur Flash. You just gotta make sure it connects. Oh, no. Alright. He flies around with the Centaur Flash. You can still beat him. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think it screwed me up. It did. Yep. We're going to have to go back. Missed one of the attacks there. If you can connect with every attack, he's dead. I'm using a newer TV, so a lot of the stuff is kind of iffy on here. You want to make sure every one of those lands, because if they all land, you'll kill him. If they don't all land, you have to finish him off another way. So, you guys will see something a little bit different. We're going to get a thing called W Storm, which is Windstorm. Now, you see how there's a little Mega Man head up there where Windman was? That means that there's not a beat part in there. You'll see that whenever I kill Flame Man here too. Now, Flame Man, you will get a rush adapter after we defeat him. This stage can be a little bit hard because if you hit any of the flames, you're gonna die. So anytime that you hit a flame at all, you're dead. And that can make the stage a little bit hard. Also, if you're in this oil, that keeps you from jumping really high and keeps you from moving at a good pace. So that's something else you gotta watch out for. Now you gotta watch out for these guys because they'll put these oil things on fire. They'll put these oil fields on fire and then you can't. Are you kidding me? I was gonna say, you can't reach that platform from there. Are you for real? Got that one from over there. Got that one there. Drop down. There we go. Not too bad. Charge up. Take him out. Charge up. Now, this is where it's going to get a tad bit interesting. You jump up and down on this dude to get him punched over here. Now, the reason that they do that and there's nothing else there is because they wanted to show you, like on other parts of this game, how to do this, how to do that, so that when the real part of it comes along, like this right here, you'll kind of know how to deal with the problematic situation at hand. So they want you to be good and ready for it. Whew. Oh. Well, that worked out fairly well. Now you gotta watch out for this guy in this stage too. Oh, whew. That could have been bad because if he would have threw that in there, we would have been hurting. Because it would have been lit on fire. We're going to get that E-Tank. We are going to get that E-Tank. We're going to get that E-Tank, but we're going to figure out how to not get killed by getting that E-Tank. Because I figured that might be an issue. And it was. Okay. So. We're just going to have to take the hit and go on. And let's set that on fire. And I hit the jump button and he did not jump. I hit A about a half a second right there and he didn't jump at all. He just ran right over and fell right off the side. That's exactly what I wanted to do, guys. You just remember that when you're watching it. That's exactly how I planned it out. Just to run over and just not jump at all. That was the exact move I was looking for. Just run straight down into it. Yep. That's what I was looking for. Alright, we're going to pull out this windstorm. Now this guy, if you fought Heat Man before, he's almost the same way, except for he's a little bit more mobile than Heat Man. A little bit more mobile. You can dodge those fairly easily. You can dodge those. The other ones are a little bit hit or miss. You have to kind of figure out where they're at. Now we're going to get a rush adapter, but we're not going to go back and collect the beat part yet. forget which rush adapter we get. Rush power adapter. You guys will see what the rush power adapter does a little bit later. And of course we got the fire blast. So, moving along, we're going to go to Blizzard Man's stage. I think that's who's next. Yep, Blizzard Man. There's nothing in his stage either. I'll show y'all a little clip of what this does. On here, see, rush goes on, and power adapter is what this one is called, Power Mega Man. And what happens is you throw these, and also you can hold it down. It's a more powerful punch, but it's a shorter range. You can use it if you want to, a lot of the time. I don't necessarily use it a whole lot, but it depends upon the situation. Be careful, you'll slide on these. See, you can use it right there to get that one up, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to go cross up through here. And then come down there. There's nothing there. These guys slide all over the place. You might just want to keep firing just to make sure. Okay, there's none there. You know how I deal with these guys. Shoot them in the back. Now, if you want to, you can use the fire blast right here a couple times. Get you another E-Tank. Never hurts to have E-Tanks. You should know that from previous games. It never hurts to have a few E-Tanks. And trust me, you'll have enough firepower to take down the boss. And see, if you didn't, you got some right there from one of the enemies. Now to take this out, you can definitely use the power adapter and bust. Let's save right here. I feel that there's a bad spot coming up. I feel right. It's like, I feel right. Shot him down quick, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Watch out right here as you slide. Now this right here can be harrowing as well. This ship. You can use your power right here. It doesn't really matter. It just makes it easier to jump over them. I would, however, switch back to normal Mega Man so that you do not get Now, what you want to do right here is you want to use power, bust that, step back up here, and we're going to save right here because I'm going to show you how to get something, and I may fail because I haven't done it in a while. Wait until it starts to come back up. You go through, you can get these three plus the E-Tank. You have to wait and slide. See, that's what I told you. Don't worry about E-Tanks. We'll get them soon enough. Stand at these parts where it's up here. And then you know who's going to jump there for a second. These are just tap, tap, bam, and you're up. There's another one of these. Be very careful with your jumps right there. That can be a little bit hectic and a little bit bad. Now this dude's got, I think, 2 moves. So he's not very, very difficult to me. He's not anyway. Others, he may be a little bit hard. He either does a roll against the wall or he shoots out this thing that goes about 4 different directions. You just want to connect, jump over him when he goes. Try not to get hit in the process. See, the fire just takes just very little off of your energy meter, so it's not like it's a big deal. So we're going to get the, it's going to be called the bee attack. It's a blizzard attack. We're down to the last 3 enemies. 2 of them I take to be a little bit more difficult than the others. That's why I leave them for last. Now, as you can see, the 3 top stages, there's no beat parts in there. Now, we're going to go into Plant Man stage. Now, this is where we're going to get the other rush adapter right here. Plant Man's a weird robot master. But it's different, and the stage is a little bit different. There are no beats. There are no beat parts in here either. The other 2 parts are in Yamato Man stage and Spearman and Yamato Man stage and Tomahawk Man stage. Boy, I'm just not on the ball on that whatsoever. Let me just hammer down the B button right there. That's sometimes how you have to handle. Uh-oh. The good thing is the rush things this time do not take off of your meter, off of any energy meter, so that's a good thing in a way. And he gives us another 1 up. Good deal. This guy right here, if you hit him in the hand, he'll go backwards. But you have to hit him in the eyeballs to get him to die. A little bit hard to kill because it takes quite a few hits, and you're trying to not get ran back over into the corner. Because if you get it back over into the corner, it's not going to be. You're not going to have a good time. Now you have to hold down the A button pretty much to use those. Use those springs. We don't need either of those. I am going to save right here because I think there's another gorilla looking thing right here. I think there is. I didn't take much damage from that one. I was able to hit him a few more times. There we go. That's what we needed. And you gotta watch in this area because this stuff comes flying at you from different altitudes whenever it's coming through here. And also there will be stuff that jumps out of the water right there, just like that. See, you gotta kind of watch out for different enemies right here. It is not it's not a very fun place to be. You shoot these and they, like I said right there, that's a little bit worse than what I wanted. I kind of knew he was coming up, but I didn't know where he was going to be. So let's try this again. You just have to assume they're in the water. They might not be, but you have to assume that they're there. And this is where you would get extra life if you see, because there's another one. Usually it takes me a couple of minutes to get that one. Usually. I'm going to save right here because this jump is a little bit difficult. Best thing to do is to hold down the A button and go across. And just for the sake of it, just hold down the A button. Until you get right there. Now don't hold down the A button there. Otherwise you'll never shoot that guy. Don't worry too much about grabbing health. At least have a little bit in there. Grab your blizzard attack. This thing shoots in 4 different directions. This guy, he's got a shield, but he does a lot of jumping backwards and things like that. And once he doesn't have the shield anymore, that's when you hit him. Not, in my opinion, not too bad. See, he kind of banks off the wall. Kind of confusing as to where he's going to be some of the time, though, as he comes off the wall. Because sometimes you don't know which exact wall he's going to jump off of. You don't know if he's going to go behind you or if he's going to go in front of you. And you just have to be really ready to just see which side he's going to go from. Now, you'd be like, okay, well, we're getting the rush adapters. Should we go back and do those 2 stages? Normally, I don't. But I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Because Tomahawk Man and Yamato Man have both of the other beat parts. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Nightman stage. And we're going to go fight the true boss of this stage. And it shouldn't take us too long to get there. We do need to save though. Now, notice how we have I'll show you the rush adapter, the jet adapter. The jet adapter does this. Puts a jetpack on you, so you're Jet Mega Man. Gosh, I can't talk. See, and then you can hold that. As long as you have that bar, you can fly up there. Now, I'm not going to have you watch those animations each time. We are, however, going to grab 1-ups, E-tanks, anything that we can find. Because even though I say the game is somewhat easy, we want to help ourselves. I don't think I did that the first time too. I think I just took the hits. Okay. The stage is normal as usual. See, now you can kill Nightman with the Yamato Spear. So we could have came back here and just killed him with the Yamato Spear. But again, I don't have a problem with him. Like I said, now if you do have problems with him and you find that the Yamato Spear works against him, that's fine. You can do it that way. You can go ahead and knock off all the other ones and do that. That's 100%, advisable. If you think that he is difficult, then do that by all means. Give some 1-up that time. There's no shame in doing that. See, we got 7 lives. We can only hold 9. Oh, we can fly up and get this E-tank now, which is nice. I think you're only going to use Beat in one of the fights. Yeah, you only use him in like one fight, I think. I mean, you can use him in some of the other ones if you want. But I've only got him listed for one fight. And it's not the last one either, so. What you more should worry about when we get to the end of the game is if you've got enough left to... oh crud, I switched the wrong one. If you've got enough left to defeat whatever Wily's in, that usually ends up being the issue. Now see, now you're going to bust the wall down through there. You're going to bust this wall here. You can charge up and hit them. It's good to bust that out right there, because if you don't bust that out and you try to make that jump, you ain't making that jump. I mean, you probably could slide and do it, but we're not even gonna try. You'll fight Nightman. He's the same as he was the first time. Same rules apply. You know, he does the same thing. Throws the mace when he gets close to you. Jumps around. You know, all those things. Tries to look fancy. You know, we know he ain't fancy. We know he ain't nothing cool. Actually, I do like the way they designed him. It's one of my favorite Robot Masters. Not my favorite, but one of my favorite. I think they did really good work on that one. I always keep thinking you can hit him in the foot for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe I just got lucky on a technicality or a glitch one night or something, and just was like, oh yeah, that now works. Okay, sling the mace at me so I can hit you. Start doing all that crap, you're gonna be getting on my nerves. And he's dead. Now, we gotta go to Centaur Man stage again and beat him again. Now it'll look like you're getting the same part, and the whole thing will be the same, except this time it'll be you get Night C and Beat A parts. So you got Beat A. Now when you go back to the stage select screen, as you see there's an A down there to let you know that you've got the A. I think this is the T in this stage. Again, we're going to save right here because we just don't want to go through the stage more than once, do we? I'm actually glad I'm making this a 3-part video, because it looks like this one's going to be about an hour. It's probably not going to be an hour, but it's probably going to be about an hour. I plan to put them all on at the same time, on the same day, and that's what we're going to try to do. I just can't get it all. I'm not sure I can get it all on one video. Is what I'm worried about, is that I won't be able to get it all on one video, because it kind of clicks me off after an hour and some odd minutes, and now I have to go back and do you'll see it on 4 and 5 where it kind of messed up and it kind of clicked off, and I really wasn't quite done at the time. Okay. Oh, you. That was cheap. Okay. Now we will take the life refill. Shoot, I should have just shot him from the bottom. We will take the health refill and we will go on up here. I was going to say, the only thing that you would need to give me is an E-Tank or a 1-Up, and I really don't need the 1-Ups. Most of the time I can work through there and not get hit, but it didn't quite happen that way. And sometimes I can catch that guy right there on the top line, but didn't happen there either. I'm just working to get through it right here anyway. Nothing in particular, nothing special, nothing spectacular. We're just trying to get through. I don't know why that one's so hard. The other ones have not been that difficult. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to use the jet again, and you're going to fly across, down. You're going to get this back out. Again, just like Nightman, you use the same method that you used the first time to beat him. Here he comes. When he does that, now that's kind of bad. 'Cause I forgot he can disappear. See, he can stop you in your tracks, and he can also disappear and reappear elsewhere. I forgot he could do that. Alright, now we're going to go beat Tomahawk Man and Yamato Man, get the B and the E. There's the beat T part. Again, if you went the other way, you could very well, start somewhere else and finish it that way. I think Tomahawk Man's next, yeah. This is one of the bosses I find a tad bit tough. Yamato Man is the other one. That's why I leave both of them for last. I find them both a tad bit difficult. I don't think you can bust this with the power adapter. I think there's a few that you can bust with the power adapter. I don't think, no, that's not one of them. Okay. Now I know these two you can. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bust these two open and see if there's anything in them. Sometimes there will be stuff in them. Switch back to... We could have killed him with the power adapter, but... eh. Now we need that life that we just had. Look. See, there's an E-tank. Don't fly over there. There's nothing over there. Really took a needless hit right there. I'm going to go ahead and save since I got 5 E-tanks. You probably 5 to 7 E-tanks on this one would probably be sufficient. You may not even need that many. Now on this right here, you have to hit this. You have to hit the spout area. Crud! I am just getting beat to death by stuff. We've got to stop that. That could be a problem. Just keep shooting as you go through here. A lot of these in the area too. Eddie, life. You give me another one up. You can only give me one more. That's all I can carry. I really want some health. Alright, now you can go straight out, but we're going to fly upwards here. And here's where this can get a little bit nasty. You have to see where you're going and try to land. And when you go off a screen like that, you can't see anything. Now pick up everything up here. There's nothing that needs powered up, so we'll just grab those. We'll make a save state. We have 6 E-tanks. We have 8 lives. We are in good shape with 2 enemies left. We are in good shape. See, you came out right over there. But that's the best thing to do first of all, is to go up there and get those extra. You can fight him if you really want to. I try to just run across from him. Now, you want to take out the metals as it's throwing them out. That way you don't get hit. Now you have to go on this bottom path right here. And now this can be a little bit difficult depending upon see that guy up there. He's going to make life just a tad bit harder. He's going to hit us, and then he's going to stand right there and just wail on us, and we're going to get beat upside the head with everything else. Actually, could have probably done that a little bit differently, but that's okay. You want to come up on this side on the inside so that you can go fight the I think you can slide and get that and then use the jet. But just in case I'm wrong, well, let's jump. Yep, you can't jump and get it, so that's not a possibility. You may have to use the jetpack to get that, because I don't know that a slide's going to get it either. No, a slide's not going to get it either. I would think that you could jump and hold forward and get that, but I may be wrong. No, you can do it that way. Okay. Now, I would think that you would have to use this to get... Yes. See, that turns up. Okay. I think this is where the boss is. You're going to use the plant barrier, but this thing's really odd to use, and you almost have to run it into him to count as a hit. And he's kind of erratic when he moves around the room. He has a pattern, but it's really, really odd. See, I didn't hit him with every single one of them. I'd have to hit him with every single one. This might be one of these enemies that you have to, Oscar, go. Oscar, go. Oscar's in here with me, and she's trying to get him to go potty for the rest of the evening. And use an E-tank there if you have to. If you have to. If you don't have to, that's a good thing. Now you're going to get the Beat B part and the Silver Tomahawk. Now the Silver Tomahawk can be shot, and depending upon what angle you're at, it can go different angles and things. So just remember that when you fire it. See, B-A-T. And we're going to go beat Yamato Man. Then we're going to see the story. We're going to get to Mr. X's castle. And that's where we're going to stop for right now. For the first part of this video. And we're about at the 50... We're almost at the 50-minute mark. So, yeah, we need to just get done with this area. And then we will... we'll work on the next one. Let's bust this open first. It's not necessarily the way you need to go, I don't think. I didn't think it was the way she had to go. I may be wrong. Life, okay. This thing you got hit in the eyeballs too, and dodge the bombs and dodge the lasers out of its mouth. Take quite a few hits, but it's not too awful bad once you fight it a few times. There's an E-tank over here that is worth getting. like I said, if you can't beat Yamato Man or Tomahawk Man without using an E-Tank, don't feel bad. Don't worry about it. It happens. Now see, now you come out these other ends on these. Now we're going to save it right here. Okay. And then we're going to come back up and we've got pretty much enough for everything. Now, this is where you're going to make your decision to go fight the boss. You're going to use the jet. You're going to take his top path. You're going to get the jet out again because you can't. Okay. Just keep the jet on for a minute. Okay, now take it off. Now what you might want to do right here is when you... Ow! And just plug him a few times with this thing. Try to shoot him while you're up there too. Just try to take him out. He's a punk. Nothing but a chump! Now what you want to try to do is to kill this little springy dude before you use this jet. You can fire with the jet, by the way. It's just like the regular Mega Buster. You just can't charge it up. Which, you know, technically gives you that ability anyway. Oh gosh. Alright, now we're going to fight Yamato Man. He shoots a spear out and usually it gets stuck in the ground, or he uses it another way to where he, like, I think he jumps up in the air and shoots it out in 3 different directions. Not hard to dodge, but you kind of want to stay away from him, and then whenever he goes for it, you want to catch it. But we're going to use the Silver Tomahawk on him. That's his weakness anyway. See, there's that 3. That one's a little bit easy to dodge somewhat. You got to kind of think of how they go in an arch. As long as you have the weapon, you can defeat him. You can take a couple hits. No big deal. No big deal at all. And you'll get the Beat B part along with the Yamato Spear. And then we'll watch, I think there's some story, and we'll see the castle. And we'll cut this first part off there. And we'll get the other parts. So, hit stage select, turns into Mr. X. You're pretty much ready to go. Mr. X has 4 stages, Wily has 4 stages. You're good to go. There's not a cutscene here. Sorry, I lied to you people. We're not going to go through this stage yet. But of course you can see we've got everything. We've got 7 E-Tanks, 8 lives, and we've got all the adapters and beat and everything else. So we are good to go. We're good to go for the next time that we, for the next part that we do on this, which will be, which will follow up with this one. All 3 should be released on the same day. We'll try to make sure that'll happen. So this will be the end of part 1, and then we'll start part 2.